Hey guys, as promised, I'm unboxing my new toy. I don't actually know, what's gonna be in here, but I do know what I ordered. I ordered I don't know what it's actually called, a Pandora's Box 5S arcade console thingy. So plug and play and have about 1,000 arcade games. The problem is, there are so many knockoffs on the market, so many bootlegged, oh, I gotta cut one more of these, bootlegged copy cats, that it's kind of hard to figure out if you're getting the real thing. So I don't know if I'm getting the real thing. But, fingers crossed. Let's be optimistic, and as long as it works, The reason I ordered this one in particular, I did as much research as I could reasonably, and it looked like the real thing. It's hard to do with a broken thumb, guys. It's not actually broken, but it's just the word I like to throw around when I'm injured in any way. There we go. Yeah, it looked as legit as I could find. So I think I'm opening it upside down. That's what's happening right now. Let's be gentle. Those are important pills. Okay. Here we go. So I'm glad we get this time together, so you can see just how incompetent I am at very simple tasks. I'm just trying to open a box here. This is YouTube, so it's an unboxing video because that's what you do on YouTube. And no, even that. Pretty good at video games. Not good at boxes. Okay, let's see this thing. I cannot tell you how excited I am. Okay. Yeah, there was one picture in particular that made this look like the real thing to me. But there was, I did as much research as I could, and I think, do you have a good shot? Oh my god, look. Okay. I think, we have, guys, okay. So, we have cords. Nobody cares about that. It's just all the cords that you get. You have a couple of extra buttons. Fine, yeah. Toss those somewhere. Heroes of the Storm 5S. That does not sound like a Pandora's Box 5S to me. It does say Pandora's Box right there. You probably can't even see it. There are only two ways to tell, really. Plug it in and see what happens, and take it apart and see what I find. So, let's not look at the manual, because the manual could be whatever bootleg it, means nothing. Okay, well, it's not, I lost the thing, there it is. one of the, what you call it, the heads to the joystick is, let me just screw that back on. There. Guys, I need that for playing the... Okay, can I get it out of the box? Will the box defeat me? Oh, man. I don't think this is the real thing, you guys, but it looks nice. Okay. Okay. Just making sure. Alright, I'm gonna do like everybody else does and feel the buttons, but I'm not really smart when it comes to arcades, so I don't know what they should feel like. But they feel good to me. Where's my screwdriver? You would think I would have it all ready to go. Nope, that's not the one. That's the one. Okay. But actually, this is gonna be too small. But it's all part of the Can you even see me? All part of the unboxing process. It's turning, but it's not going anywhere. Okay. So I gotta say, this plastic covering on the top does not look good. I was expecting something thicker. A whole, I forget, metal base and then like a, some waterproof something on top. Boy, have I told you I know basically nothing about this? I just bought it because I wanted to. My camera's still working. Okay, we're good. Everybody, this video is going to end up being way too long. But you know, that's what editing's for, right? Except I'm not even going to edit it because who has time for that? And you have to share my excitement. So if you go looking for one of these on your own, oops, where'd you go? Okay, there we go. Most of the ones you'll find have different art, at least right now. You'll find, what's his name from Street Fighter there. It looks kind of boring. I'm glad I got this one instead, with Chun-Li from Street Fighter and what's his name? Kyo from King of Fighters? I don't know. So like I said, this has nearly 1,000 games loaded on it. Okay, moment of truth. Well, ooh, man, it smells terrible. Okay, it looks pretty good from the inside. I don't think this is. It says, let's see, what does it say here? It says arcade game. Something star. Yeah, this is not a Pandora's Box. This is not the real thing. So I ended up buying a copycat, and I'm sure people who actually know about these things could have spotted the fake from a mile away, but for me, I actually had to have it in my hands right in front of me to figure it out. But it actually turns out, as far as I could work out, the hardware, you know, the casing that was copied with this particular product did not come from the same system as the software that was copied. So some of the functions and buttons didn't quite work right. Like the sound didn't work really the way it should have, and the button layout was a bit odd. And also some of the functions and buttons didn't work at all. Almost all of the tiny little buttons on the top didn't work at all. One of the switches on the back didn't seem to do anything. So yeah, and to top it off, the user manual didn't seem consistent with either the hardware or the software. So it's just a hodgepodge of copying this and that from the real thing. So that is not a Pandora Box. And the big mistake I made, of course, was buying a 5S, Pandora Box 5S, which apparently does not actually exist. I knew the 6 didn't exist, and I knew the 5 did exist, so I just assumed 5S would, but apparently no. Maybe the 5 doesn't actually exist. But that's okay. Don't feel bad for me. This is all fine. I didn't keep it. The seller had a 30-day return policy, which I made sure of before I bought it, and he agreed to the return. And I packed it up. You know, I used to work at a warehouse, so I know how to pack these things up well. And packed it up and shipped it back to him and got a full refund. It was completely stress-free. You know, I bought this through eBay, and I really like buying through eBay because it has so many great buyer guarantees, you know, safety precautions. So the whole process, I knew I was going to be buying potentially something fake. I knew there was a chance, and I didn't care, because either I would keep it even though it was fake, or I'd return it and get my money back. No big deal. You know, so yeah, it was a fun experience. But it has been returned, and I have received a refund by at this point. And I've also ordered a new one. I'm not giving up. We'll see how this one turns out. So this time I'm buying a 4S, Pandora Box 4S. And it doesn't have nearly as many games. It seems like the copycats, they try to entice you in by adding a whole bunch of extra games. But I don't need hundreds and hundreds of more games. So the one I'm getting has about 800 games. That's plenty. That's more than I will play in my lifetime. I'm sure of that. So I don't need, you know, the most you can get, I think, is 1,299. I don't need that many games. And there's one game in particular I'm really interested in, and I made sure the game list for the one I'm getting actually has it, which is Tetris Grandmaster 2, specifically, the one I want. So I have priced just that game by itself, and it is expensive. So I'm not really getting the real thing. This is just an emulated version, but that's the main reason I want it. Plus, it'll be nice to play, you know, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles releases and the original Battletoads arcade game, which I've never played, and original Double Dragon arcade games, stuff like that, Streets of Rage, and lots of fighting games. So 800 games is still going to be plenty for me. So, I'm going to make another unboxing video when I get the new one, probably sometime next week. We'll see how it turns out. Maybe it's not real. I don't know. I do know a little bit better now what to look for, but I'm going to have it in my hands, taking it apart and seeing what I find to know for sure. So, this has been fun. Thanks for watching.